Hello, and welcome back to part 6 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 1 playthrough. And we are moving on to the final zone of the game, Scrap Brain Zone, Robotnik's Base, the big climax of the game here. So Scrap Zone is basically the ultimate test. It brings back enemies from old stages. It introduces some new things like these little spinning platforms. Those weren't in any of the previous stages. Obviously, so those Marble Zone enemies that only appeared there. For a split second, you could see, yeah, right here, those little bomb enemies from Starlight. Make a little bit of a comeback there. A lot of enemies that had only appeared in one zone up to this point. They're here in abundance here. Those flames that are coming out of the ground, you're gonna see those a lot. Those little, zappers, I'm not quite sure what to call those little electric things. Those are there quite a bit. They're also going to be another thing that you're going to see in a little bit. I'll point it out when it happens, though. And in addition, there are also those little platforms that will go in and out. And actually, right here, there's a switch, so what happens is the little thing at the top that allows you to actually, like, go up, that opens up. I had a very hard time with this for some reason. Thinking about it in retrospect, I have no clue why. And then, right there, I just simply missed my jump. You gotta be really fast with it. Yeah, I didn't quite understand how to do it, but... And right there, I got stuck back down there because I thought, hey, there's probably something to my left. I'm gonna go over and see. And then I got up back again. I was like, we're not doing this. And then this right here. I got saved, thank God, by these little spinning platforms, which admittedly, I did not think... I thought that it was kind of not cool how I fell down there. Not that I thought that I shouldn't have, I just thought, like, you're gonna put those spinning platforms, and then in addition to that, you're gonna put the flames, which stop me. So they basically make sure that you play the guessing game. And right there, I totally think I got hit by that bomb. So, I mean, it's a little trade-off. You win some, you lose some. And right there, I actually did get hit by that bomb. So there's that. Yeah, these little enemies, they throw bombs down as you go up. Aren't really too menacing, though, as I scramble to get my ring there. And this is, yeah, that's the end of Scrap Brain Zone Act number 1. As you can see, my score and lives are restored. I said in the last part that my Starlight Zone footage was not there, so I'm assuming I forgot to hit record there, which I'm gonna hope I don't do when I play any other games, especially with fast transitions. And so here's Scrap Brain Act 2 now. They have these little spinny things. You have to jump off them at the right time. Once again, they take they're heavily reliant on the physics, which I did talk about in a few of the previous parts. I didn't quite get the timing down for a little bit. I don't remember how long I spent messing around on these things and just trying to get the right timing on my jumps. I spent a little bit trying to get up top, because I there was stuff up top. I honestly, now that I think about it, I think it was the shield that was all the way up at the top. But I spent quite a decent bit. I was determined to get that, whatever was up there. I believe it was a shield, but at the time, I'm pretty sure I might have thought it was just an alternate route. And then I just end up seeing that, and I just end up saying no. And then I end up getting hit by the flame. But yeah, as I said before, this is like the ultimate test level. Yeah, this really is the ultimate test level. This is actually a pretty good climax for the game, I think. I talked in one of the previous parts how the levels get more and more industrial, and you leave Sonic's habitat as you progress through the game. And as I was talking about earlier, I said I would point it out when we saw them, those little saw blades. There are a few vertical ones that'll come down on you, and then there's one that'll just go right across the screen. And actually, the first time I played this level, it really caught me off guard. Which, I mean, it seems like the purpose of it. But, yeah, there are also these conveyor belts. You know, you gotta manage your speed and all that. I don't remember when that horizontal saw blade comes in. It might be pretty soon, I think about it. Right there it is. Yeah, the first time I played this level, it caught me pretty off guard. And right here, I was trying to bum rush with my invincibility frames. And I almost fell off and died. I almost did. I might even die right here. I don't remember if I do, to be honest. I barely avoid death right there. Like, honestly, now looking back at the footage, I definitely think that I actually got hit there. But I end up getting hit by that anyways. So, there's that as we attempt to retry Scrap Brain Act 2. And guess what? I didn't hit a checkpoint, so I have to go all the way back to the start of the level. And, I think here on this attempt is where I try to go to the top. Because I was like, there has to be, like, there is something at the top. Like, I knew the entire time that there was something at the top, whether it was an alternate route, or if it was just, like, an extra, like, ring, extra life, shield, or whatever the hell it may be. I knew that there was something up there. And at this point, I really wanted to know what it was, because the first time I just saw that little platform come out, and I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And, you know, it was an alternate route. That's what it was. I didn't quite remember what it was upon, like, actually, like, looking at the footage again. But, yeah. Those things are actually make a decent amount of appearances here. You can see that swinging spike ball that was present in Labyrinth Zone only, really. Obviously, the spike balls themselves were present in Spring Yard. However, the swinging ones were only in Labyrinth Zone, which really just truly brings together how much of how much it's like, this is it. Everything that you've seen, that you've learned so far is, you know, it's here, and you gotta know everything here. As I said in one of the previous videos, I don't remember which video to be exact, but Scrap Brain does not allow you to access special stages. So you have 10, as I said before, you have 10 total chances. Act 1 and 2s of Green Hill, Marble, Spring Yard, Labyrinth, and Starlight. And you have to make the most out of those 10 opportunities. In theory, that means, like, you need to at least get into... Those are 10 opportunities to actually get into the special stages, on top of being successful 6 times. Which is very difficult, which I said before is why I don't like how limited the special stages are, in addition to the actual special stages themselves. And here I just bum rushed through my invisibility frames, as that vertical saw blade tried to get me again. Didn't quite get me, though. Mostly thanks to my invincibility frames, though. And we have another one of these sections, and I think you're actually supposed to be coming down, which is why that was closed. There's an alternate route that allows you to come up from even further. And I believe this is the end of the stage. Like, right here. It is. So that would be the end of Scrap Brain Zone Act 2. As we know, each zone in this game has 3 acts, however, the transition is not like any other. And now we enter Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, which is basically Marble Zone Act 4. Because they knew how terrible this zone was, and with what I'm doing here, actually, this is a shortcut so that you can get to the level a lot easier. I don't remember how fast I get through it on this playthrough, like the one that you're seeing now, but I know on one of my attempts, I don't remember if it was this one or my original attempt where the audio didn't go through, but I got through it in like 45 seconds. I don't remember if it was this one, though. It might even be on this one. Because, like, this so far is not a 45-second run. I'm pretty sure I did die here on Scrap Brain Act 3, so it could be that. Potentially. Actually, yeah, I drown here, and then I end up getting it in, like, 45 or so seconds. Because I was telling you about the spike ball enemy. I was very scared to go down there, and right as I died, the big air bubble materializes. But... Scrap Brain Act 3 once again. I'm pretty sure I end up taking the shortcut again. So, the shortcut there is just to overrun that. Don't let the platform that you're on stop. Otherwise, you won't be able to use the shortcut. And I do definitely believe that this is the run. Yeah, this is definitely the run. Just seeing how I'm moving. This is definitely my 45-second run of the stage. I don't know if it was quite 45 seconds, but it was really short. I know that much. That is the extent of my knowledge on how fast I went. So, I mean, we'll see. Actually, yeah, this is the end of the stage right here. You go up here, and then You're met with a bunch of red springs. Yeah, right here, end of the stage, 45-second run. And now we are on to Final Zone, the final boss of the game. So as it works here, Eggman, or Robotnik, he will be in one of these little pillar-type things that'll try to crush you. There will be another one that comes out, but he will not be present inside. And then in between him doing that, there will be these little electric ball things that'll fire at you. And since you do not have any rings during this fight, those will kill you in one hit. The big thing here is not getting crushed. What I usually like to do is I usually like to hug the right side. And if the two middle ones will come out, I will just instinctively go to the right. He usually, I've noticed that upon all my playthroughs of this final boss, he will mostly appear on the far right pillar. Like as you can see there, he's appeared on the left one twice, but if you're a betting man, you would bet on him coming out of the right side most of the time, just play those percentages. That is where I have found the most success, and then obviously just end up dodging those. You can't hit him twice in one sequence. Like, he goes up and then he goes back in. You can't hit him twice in one of those, because it actually prevents you from doing so. It actually bounces you off, which I'm sure you've noticed by now. Yeah, the boss itself isn't that hard, and I totally should have died there. I totally got crushed. I don't know how I didn't die, but I mean, I'll take it. As that right there is the end of the boss. Robotnik is running away. He jumps into his little Eggmobile. You hit him there, it's destroyed. Ending Scrap Brain and ending Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Sega Genesis. What I think to be a great game as Sonic runs back through Green Hill Zone with all the animals that he's freed along the way. So yeah, that is Sonic the Hedgehog 1, the game that started it all for the Blue Blur. What I think to be just a really awesome game. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 Sonic games, but it is certainly a very fun experience every time I go back and revisited it. I certainly think it's better than Sonic 2 and Sonic CD. I don't think it's better than Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles is just amazing. I genuinely don't think that there's a negative quality to that game. I mean, Sonic 1, it's got this skill-oriented level design. It's got all the physics that, you know, you gotta use. I just mentioned the physics, but how Sonic feels to control, it feels great. The music in this game is awesome. Green Hill and Starlight being some of my favorites. Spring Yard Zone as well. Scrap Brain, some great music. The environments like Green Hill are just so colorful and vibrant with the colors and all that. Marble Zone too, really, and Starlight. It's not quite as vibrant as the other ones, but it's still such an aesthetically pleasing environment here. The narrative that they're able to convey without words even is very cool. How Sonic is slowly making his way to Eggman's base, as shown by all the environments, and how he goes from Green Hill to Marble Zone, which is kind of like ruins, to Spring Yard, which is kind of a bit more industrial, to Labyrinth, which is just the caves. And then Spring Yard and Scrap Brain are way more industrial, with Scrap Brain obviously being Robotnik's base. I love this game. This game is awesome. It's certainly not a 10 out of 10 for me, but I will say that this game is truly spectacular. Each playthrough of this game is an absolute joy for me. And that is it. I will have one more video, and you'll see it then, and in which case I will see you in part 7.